It's Donderoing 101. It's Monday again.
Yay.
I know. Listen, you know what? I'm just excited. I'm excited to be here today. And I think
It's
I could tell
me,
you.
isn't it? It's because of me,
Yes,
right?
it's me, you, because you're here with me.
Oh,
Yeah.
yay.
See, it would be awesome if it was just you, but I get to be here too with you.
Yay.
Wow. My head is really big on my body. I just realized that. I'm looking at the camera and I'm
What's
like,
your do I have to point the opposite direction on your stream? Like, hold on.
yeah.
Like I
No, no,
so
it's right.
if I
Everything's
point
right.
to you that way?
No, point to me the other way.
Okay.
I am.
This way.
Yeah, now
So
we're
we gotta
touching
point out.
fingers.
Oh.
Now we can touch fingers. I know we didn't complete what we were supposed to do this week
We did
for
not.
given reasons, but I still think we need to acknowledge my victory.
It was brilliant.
I had a very brilliant victory.
You
I
did.
outsmarted both you and Nev. See,
Oh, you
Nev was listen. I knew you knew what was coming, and I knew Nev was going to do it coming, but I knew you couldn't say anything, but Nev could, and I was like,
I
I'm going to
was
get you
so
both at the
mad.
same time. We're going to talk about safety and preparedness. You need to be
Are we?
prepared for all things that could come
The
forward.
the words. You gotta be prepared for all those words. Those big old
Listen,
words.
they don't pay me to speak good. In fact, they don't pay me at all. I have to pay them. Weirdest
Where's my
job I've ever
check?
had.
Where's
Huh?
my check? Where's my check?
I mean, when you take I got like $3.
No, you
Uh,
know what? I want your Chuck E. Cheese tokens.
no, not my Chuck E.
I
Cheese
want your
tokens.
I want your Chuck E. Cheese tokens.
How am I supposed to buy nudes without my Chuck E. Cheese tokens?
I,
I only give Chuck E. Cheese tokens for
I'm better
nudes.
than nudes. I'm better than nudes. I'm better clothed than any nudes you could get.
You right. You right.
Apparently, I missed some important
Oh
major
yeah,
motor function
yeah,
where I can't drink like a normal person. I have to
yeah.
use a straw like a
See,
toddler.
now I just have
What?
to I have to make it look even worse so it doesn't look as bad. If I make it real bad, it will look like it's designed that way. See? Look, it's getting cooler as I go. I am prepared. I am prepared for this. I had a spot in my shirt from my water, so I made it look like this is like one of those expensive Abercrombie and Hollister shirts that are already damaged. Uh $50 shirt, thank you very much.
Oh, that's cute.
See how prepared I am? It's just because I'm so white. I forgot. I have to turn my
There we go.
filter back
Look, it's
on.
like magic. It's like magic. It's like, woo!
I have to lighten mine down a little bit because I forgot I was playing in the dark yesterday because we were doing the hunting. I would, but I have a rule that I only send nudes. Bear for me, I'll accept your nudes. I like nudes. I'll give you Chuck E. Cheese tokens for them. Think about how many Chuck E. Cheese tokens you could be to have. But I do it. Fearful me's getting Chuck E. Cheese tokens. I'm gonna get nudes.
I'm supposed to be. That's my job. I'm supposed to be paid Chuck E. Cheese tokens. That's not
You get
fair.
some too, but I gotta put some aside for some Fearful me nudes. I need them. I need what look. It's a hot thing. It's
No, it's not, Jazz. No, it's not.
you don't listen. Don't listen. Well, you can't hear her. Ha ha! I'm right. She was agreeing
It's
with me.
not. It's not. It is not. It's
100%. She's
not.
like it's the hottest in fashion right now. Huh? Me. You're the she? Well, Arugs is saying that too. She's like,
No, I'm not.
it's the
Nope.
coolest of fashion. Look, just look at how much. Okay, well maybe we don't know that. Oh, don't look there when you see her saying no. All right. So, I was on the safety department at my work
I'm in the trumpet team in my work.
for 2.5 hours, and then I was immediately removed.
I was not. I'm still am. I'm running on my like fourth year.
Now, okay, so our safety team was like to keep us very OSHA friendly. I am not an OSHA person. I'm a get
No.
shit done kind of guy. And so 2.5 hours later, when they saw me like climbing into a dumpster, for work-related deeds, I was no longer on the team for safety.
Okay.
What's the unsafest thing you've ever done at work?
At work?
Yeah.
Ever? Like in my entire life?
Yeah. Like, of all the careers you've had.
Huh. They span a lot of different things.
Because I could tell stories, but like...
Probably try to fix a propane line on a food truck without knowing anything what I'm doing. And then light it to try to see if it worked.
You may have won. You may have won. You should be dead.
I actually burned the arm off my hair. Or arm off my hair off my arm.
You burnt the arm off your hair?
Yeah, that's it.
For like, how long did you just have hair there? Was it just like walking around and be like, oh, don't worry, that's just my phantom hair? Ooh.
No, I had turned, you know how you're supposed to do the light and then the gas?
Yeah.
I totally was not thinking, and I turned the gas on, and there was like whoosh and knocked me back. And luckily, it didn't singe my eyebrows or anything. Luckily, I had pushed back long, but it all up my arm, like burned the hair off my arm. Shot and stabbed.
Yeah, I got stabbed. Where is it?
I can't see. You got your mic in the way.
Right there. And that was
it with a fork?
No. Okay, well, there's a mole there. That's the scar wound.
Okay.
And that was through a bulletproof vest. Because turns out, bulletproof vest will stop a bullet, will not stop a slow-moving knife.
What's the most dangerous thing you did at the library?
Oh. Have you ever seen The Mummy?
Yes. Who hasn't?
You know when they knock the shelves over?
Yeah.
Me and a buddy accidentally did that.
Of course you did.
Okay, we were putting up shelves. They were empty. Well,
thank God. I was imagining this mess.
Most of them were.
Mm-hmm.
And we were assembling shelves, and we got to about the next to last one, and we didn't put the leg on right, and it just spat. And I went, 4 shelves just topple over in a newly remodeled, repainted building.
Oh, very nice.
I was in between the shelves when they fell. I had to hang off the side of a building with just a rope tied around my waist and a guy holding me so I could pin up a banner, a really big banner on the side of a building. It fell, so they had to lower me down, and I had to pick it up and grab it because we couldn't get a ladder tall enough because it was like 3 stories high. So our idea was, let's tie a rope around John because he's a small dude, and we'll just toss him over the edge. And they didn't think I would go for that.
Were you one step closer to the edge? Were you about to break?
I was about to break. Actually, I don't handle, like, I'm not particularly scared of heights, but I don't handle them well. Like, does that make sense?
Depends on what I'm on. Yeah, no, it depends on what I'm on. If I'm standing on a mountain or like a solid structure, I don't mind them. But when it's like a rickety bridge or like
there's a rope tied around your waist,
like unstable like scaffolding, which I have been on way more often than I'd like to admit, that just drives me nuts. It just like.
Now, when I did film full time, I got this really cool car chase scene hanging out of a trunk with the camera.
Nice.
That was really dangerous. That was a lot of fun. So you always got to be prepared for danger.
I come prepared for danger every time I sign on to this podcast.
Yeah. So let me ask you.
What?
What is your danger preparedness plan? Like right now in this podcast, ninjas bust in. What's your plan?
Flash my boobs.
Okay, that's not a horrible plan. Okay,
no, it's not. Distract, flash, slide under, like flash as they're distracted, get around them and run.
Yeah, okay. You know what? I'll give you this. I'm gonna give you that. That's 100%. Uh,
All you have to do is put me in danger and I'll flash my boobs. No, I've actually been mugged. That's not a fun experience.
Like, okay.
They took my freaking Coach wallet. I am still mad about that 6 years later.
I've never been mugged.
I have. I was in Texas for 4 days and I got mugged.
I had someone try to mug me sometime and I was too drunk to realize he was mugging me and just kept going. But I don't feel pain, so if you did try to fight me, I would just giggle and smack at you. Yeah, smack. That's just drunk fight, John. Come on. Fight me.
You got stabbed, shot, punched in the mouth, or you've like lost teeth. Like,
oh no, sober John can. No, sober John can fight.
That's how you fight drunk? Seriously? Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. The redneck in me is ashamed of you.
Well, listen. Sober me fights really well. Sober me is vicious, methodical, and has a very low tolerance of pain. Drunk me can't have that. He's not allowed to have that. Do you really want someone who is competent in fighting drunk, not being able to, completely have his utilities? When I'm drunk, I'm just like, because I'm laughing and goofy. But anyway, so he tried, apparently we were walking home, and I think it was like me, Ben, and Jay.
Uh-huh.
And then she was like, hey, come here, I gotta tell you something. And of course I'm like, oh yeah, what do you want to tell me? He goes, nah, man, I need your shit. I'm like, what shit? I ain't got shit. And I just stumbled off. Ben, who was sober, told me the whole story. He was just like, yeah, he kept trying to mug you and you just could not grasp what he was trying to do. You literally just dumbed out of a mugging. I'm like, what? And he's like, yeah, you were just such an idiot he couldn't mug you.
Got to Houston, 4th largest city in the nation.
Yeah.
So, lots of people. And been there 4 days. I am standing there. I just took the babysitter home. And I was standing there. I was like, because we're still unpacking stuff. So I had no idea where my deodorant is. I stopped to get my deodorant. And I'm at the counter checking out. And it was like 11 o'clock at night. And the guy's like, hey, open the cash register. I'm not even looking. I'm just like opening my wallet to like pay for this deodorant. And the first thought when I heard that was, that's not a very nice way to talk to your friend. Like, this is the thought going through my head.
To realize that was being robbed.
I was like, that's not very nice. And then I literally look over and like there's this 9mm gun and I'm going, they're not friends. But I was really mad because it was my limited edition Coach wallet, like designer Coach wallet. And they looked through it and then just threw the whole thing in the bag instead of taking the cash out of it. And I was like really pissed off because it was one of those like $2 lunch box, like square lunch boxes, like, with that
wallet. No. Let me have my wallet back. Take all the shit in it.
I almost did. I was like, I was more upset that they were stealing my wallet than they're stealing my ID. What are we talking about? We just ended up talking about muggings.
I don't know. Well, no, just safety and preparedness.
Safety and preparedness. Like you always imagine, maybe you're different, but I always imagine, because I don't get put in those situations very often because I'm very cautious. So you always imagine that you think you're going to be this big hero. And when you're put in those situations, you're really not. You're all about survival.
When I got stabbed, it was through a vest, and it was a like grapple situation. Like I had his arm and he's pushing a knife at me and I'm just looking at him and I'm very calmly going, don't do this. No. And he's just like, oh, and he's pushing a knife into me. I'm like, stop it. Stop.
Stop it. Like you're talking to a puppy.
Yeah, no, I was, because I'm like, I can feel it starting to poke because he is pushing through a bulletproof vest. I mean, it doesn't just cut like paper, but it was still going in me. And I'm just like, stop. But both my arms are on his arm, and this dude's like all cracked out and shit. So he has no idea what he's doing, and he's just looking at me like, I'm gonna stab you. And I'm like, don't stab me.
Do you find yourself more prepared as a parent? Like, because you have to, like, you learn how to, you have to think of the million different scenarios that could happen, like, as just naturally as a parent. So as when that like bleeds over into other areas of your life.
Yeah, 100%. Like I took all my preparedness when I did like the armed response and just shifted it all into parenthood. So now, like, I take my kids anywhere, I am looking at every person by themselves. I'm like, why are you by yourself here? Or, you know, I know where all the fire exits are in every building we go into. My kid is, if my kid is not in arm's reach, he's too far. They're too far. My little girl, though, I mean, I still just like to hold her hand. That
Yeah,
has
but
nothing to
she's
do with safety.
little.
Yeah,
Like
that
my
has
kids
nothing to do
are
with safety. That's just because the way she holds my hand makes me feel like, you know, the big strong
my
hero.
youngest. I hold my
Yeah.
youngest hand.
She
She's
holds
six,
just the finger.
7.
She just holds the finger, and I'm just like,
I love how Chloe just reaches for my hand, like I'm walking beside her, and just you'll feel her hand just slide
yeah.
in yours. I'm like, oh.
Jack never liked holding hands. Even as a child, he would just be like, "No, I don't want to hold hands. I'll just be right here." And he would never leave more than 3 feet from me. Like I could always reach down and put my hand on him, and that was fine. Julia, I will. All I have to do is extend my hand out, and she just reaches up and grabs it. I'm like, oh.
Well, I had to learn how to be more prepared though. Cause I'm like, I'm one of those, we'll see what happens. I'm that person. I'm like, I'm very prepared. Like I do the spreadsheets and I do all of that. But at the same time, I'm also the same person. It's like, I have the spreadsheets, but you know what? We'll see what happens. You know what's sad though is because I work for a school, I've had to be more aware of my surroundings. Like I honestly walk into school and I walk into buildings and I think, where are my escape routes? Like, what are my best escape routes? Where can I hide? And where can I run to? And that's sad. I think it's just sad. Can we talk about you Rick rolling me and us?
Oh yeah, we can. We can really talk about that.
That was a thing of beauty. I'm sorry.
So
That was
and
beautiful.
the minute you said I was going to be swearing in Nev, I started formulating my plan.
I didn't even think about it when I did that
I
to her.
know.
I was like,
I realized
damn it.
you'd open it up and you didn't realize that you would open me up to it. Do you know what I do to calm my anger
What?
or like calm me back down? I sing the DuckTales theme song. Life is like a hurricane here in Duckburg.
I haven't thought about that song in a hot minute.
Oh, it's on my phone. You can't get angry and hear DuckTales. You can't just be like, man, tell you what, fuck all them DuckTales. No, you're just like, woo.
Back when cartoons were good cartoons.
Mm-hmm.
DuckTales.
100%.
What was that one with the bear?
Oh, Tailspin.
Tailspin. I like
Yeah.
that one. I got
Ooh.
paddled in elementary school back
So
when
did
they
I.
used to do paddling.
I remember that, and that gave me. I think there was an episode of Dinks with Kings I talked about paddling and the mixed emotions I have getting paddled by my teachers, especially my teacher. We were lining up to be bad. I was like, I'm a bad kid. I need to be paddled. No, I did. I did get paddled. I didn't like it because I was the class clown, and go figure.
How do you think that prepared us for life? Do you think that prepared us for life?
Oh yeah, I think kids who get bullied, as tragic as it is, it teaches you life lessons to take those hits as adults because you can always tell the kids who didn't get bullied when they're an adult, and the minute they get pushed against a wall and in a bully situation, they just shut down. I mean, you try to bully me, I'm gonna take my dick out. It's happening. And you can be like, why are you doing that? And I'll be like, but why I'm not doing that?
I think if you try to bully me now, I'm like, okay. And I destroy you from emotionally. I emotionally destroy you. I'm like, oh, okay. You want to be mean to me? Let's talk about you. Let's talk about yourself. Because I'm about to tell you about yourself.
Well, I mean, also, if you look at my personality, all my friends shit on me constantly. And I just turn it around.
I don't.
Not all the time. No, I'm just kidding. Not you.
Name
not
one
you,
time. Name one time I
Not
have
you.
shit on
Not
you.
you. You're a sweetheart. But
I know.
my
I'm like,
close
I'm the
friends.
one friend you have.
I know.
Did you
My
say your
friends.
close friends?
I said my other friends.
Oh, I was like, really?
No, my other friends.
Okay.
Just turn the shit on. Just let it rain down because I can take it. And I just turn around because you can't bully me because I don't give a fuck. We're going to do, and this is for everybody in the audience and you guys are going to take a Donderoing 101 quiz. And it's going to be
You know what? It's full circle because this whole podcast started with a quiz.
Mm-hmm. And now you guys are going to be taking the quiz. And so if you're here, make sure you're here on time because we're going to start the quiz at like 8:40. And this is like something we are all going to do together. Well, not me because I'm writing the quiz. I'm just going to sit here judging you guys taking the quiz of what all you've learned in Donderoing 101. And this is going to include life lessons,
Life lessons,
random knowledge and facts about Dondero, appropriate places to take your penis out. There's a list. And just stuff that you would picked up on this show.
I'm going to have to rewatch every single episode.
You still won't get it. You got to go with your gut. Some of these are just going to be gut answers. You're just like, I don't know. I'm going to go with my gut here. What is the more Dondero-esque answer? Because
so
in
like
reality,
the SATs, okay.
Yeah. In reality, I'm not trying to see how well you memorize the show. I want to see if I'm rubbing off on anybody. I want to rub off on people.
Consent is key. Have you ever looked at our earlier, speaking of preparedness and such, have you looked at any of our first episodes? Have you ever gone back and watched them?
Not unless they're on YouTube, and I didn't watch all of them. I'll just go kind of watch the highlights. Why?
Yeah, like just like Eddie, like even with Weebs and Dweebs, like you go back and watch them and you're like, oh my God, like how you evolve over time, how we've evolved over time.
And not even like that long of a time.
No.
Like we've only like what Weebs and Dweebs is what in episode 27? We're almost to episode 30.
Yeah, we start in July.
Yeah.
In July.
So like look at the change. Two of us are in different houses. We have setup now, like we actually have microphones and stuff.
Oh, we all look sort of awkward, or like because we don't, especially the first couple, because we don't know each other at that point. We're just sort of like, who do you want to be as an adult, John?
An angry drunken Irishman.
Who do you want to be? How does that make you feel?
Angry and bitter.
How do you think last year, 2020, prepared you for 2021?
Well, I haven't caught really any major sicknesses. Wearing a mask, I haven't really caught a cold. I've had a couple stomach bugs, but that's because I eat garbage, like hot garbage. I just eat it. But I haven't got like any like, I haven't got the cold or the flu, and usually by now I have a cold or a flu. So I am healthier, I guess. Because I'm better. I wash my hands more often, or I'm more attentive to washing my hands. You know, because now it's like, oh, what are you doing right now? Well, I better be washing my hands. That's what I should be doing right now.
I'm more attentive, like touching stuff. And people. Like that, I think, because I'm a touchy person. I'm like, I'll shake your hand and I'll hug you and I don't give crap. I'll put my hands on anything.
I will say this, I'm a huggy person. At conventions, I hug everybody. Like, and that means like I'm hugging 400 people. That's why I was always sick at conventions, because no matter how much hand sanitizer I put on, I'm still, one of our rewards on our wheel was an awkward hug from me, because I give the best awkward hugs.
What's your awkward hug? Because Brian does an awkward hug too.
So I put my arms around you and I lean in and I take a good sniff. Just, you smell like a champion, or say you smell like something. And
no,
but I always like push in, like when I hug, you know how like you hug and you lean forward.
Mm-hmm.
I lean back for the hug, so genitals will mush. but not firm, like, it's being sexual, just that awkward, like, touch. Hug,
Brian
which makes
does
it
this
so much
awkward
worse.
hug where it's not a hug, like it's not a full hug. It's like one of those. He'll just like put like he's just touching you, and you'll hug, and then he won't pull away,
Oh, I
and you're
love it.
like
I love
trying
it.
to pull away, and he'll just
Oh,
sort of not let go, and you're like, but it's not like he's holding you there. It's just enough that it's like you're sitting there going,
you have to use force to get out of the hug. I love that.
yeah, you're
That's
like,
great. I'm gonna
it's
take that
like
up.
creepy because it's just too long. It's
Yeah,
just you're like, see, Voldemort was not prepared.
he was not. I'm telling you right now, so much of a better evil wizard than him. Because one, I don't give a
Ah.
shit. Let high school kids be high school kids. Don't care crap about taking over high school. Just you fucks do you. I'm gonna go sit in the Ministry of Magic being all evil and shit and just let the high school be a high
See,
school.
see, it's people like you who give Slytherin's a bad name.
What?
I'm over here advocating for Slytherin, and I'm over here like, we're not all evil, we're not all bad, and you're like, fuck those kids, I'm taking over the world.
I wanted to write a short about the math teacher at Hogwarts. Not magical math, like the regular just teaching you how to use math. Because
Muggle math? Is it Muggle math 101?
Because I had to believe that they were learning regular subjects. Not every class was magic, right? How did they learn to read? Like how did you know your basic math skills?
Because you didn't go to
have them.
Hogwarts until you were 11. So yeah, that was your parents' job.
I learned math after I was 11, okay? I was still learning algebra. There was geometry. I didn't learn all that shit before I was 11. No. I had to take adult math.
Okay.
So I wanted to know about the math teacher.
What Muggle subjects would be included here at Hogwarts?
I would imagine math, of course.
Well, yes, because you have to have that to do potions.
Yeah. Probably history. Like non-magical history.
They already have magical history.
No,
That's
non-magical history.
But I wouldn't learn North Carolina history in Texas.
No.
So
but
it's
they
very
lived in
similar.
England.
Yeah.
England wasn't just magic. There was a whole Muggle world. They have to learn about that. They have to coincide.
No, they don't. Not always.
Yeah, a lot of them did coincide. That's why there were toilet portals.
Toilet portals.
Okay.
Okay.
You
You're not wrong.
You don't hide portals in a toilet.
So math and history, that's it?
I would imagine basic economics.
No.
How do you get paid?
They had the trolls for that.
Yeah, but I don't want to get screwed over by a troll. Those are sneaky bastards. That one troll, did you see him? He betrayed him like how many times?
That's what we have to do, John. That's all we have to do. We have to do a story, like even if it's just an audio story of the teacher, the Muggle subject teachers of Hogwarts.
That was magic meeting, and you're like, I went to Caltech. This is awkward. Like,
I need a cell phone.
I'd be like, I could do its taxes. That's all I got. I mean, I brought a gun.
I can call 911 on my cell phone.
Imagine trying to keep students interested in trigonometry when they just spent last class levitating each other. Yeah, right? That has to be the most soul-crushing job in the world. Be like, oh, you were fighting, Defense Against the Dark Arts in one class. All right, everybody break out your algebra books.
I want to teach English. That's what I would do. I would teach English.
It's Leviosa. Pronounce it right.
Oh. Now I want to do it. Now I'm going to have to write the story of
I think that would be great. Yeah. The very depressed algebra teacher at Hogwarts. No one gives a shit about. And and all the other wizards make fun of him because he's a muggle.
Dragging the cigarettes, just smoking the cigarettes. Wait. Fuck those kids.
Yeah. Oh. Does anybody here not want to be a wizard when they grow up? Anyone here want to be an accountant? No? Okay.
They fucking changed my briefcase into an alligator.
Yeah. Oh, God.
Transfiguration my ass.
Next week, Donderoing quiz.
Yes.
No challenge this week because we're taking it easy and you guys got to study. You need to study.
Oh, next week's February? It's the next Monday is the first day of February.
I know. I'm excited. Because you know what happens in February, right?
Valentine's Day?
No, I don't celebrate that. Day after Valentine's Day. It's the greatest holiday.
The greatest holiday?
Boxes of chocolate are now 75% off. Okay. I love assorted chocolates. Like, I love them. Eat them all day long.
Mama always said life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get.
Oh. Oh.
There you go.
I like it. See you next week. Bye.
Bye.